What is up, guys? If you are an altcoin holder, it doesn't matter which altcoin you are holding in the world, from literally high market cap to low market cap altcoin, this video is for you. So if you guys do like these videos, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and leave a like. Anyways, if we have a look right here, this is an inverse or regular head and shoulder. We're going to be diving a look and having a look at that in just a second. But before that, guys, this is my $10,000 to $1 million challenge. So if you want access to all my trades, we know, guys, that I'm in $24,000 profit right here. If you deposit $1,000, you could get big bonuses on BYDFi. The link will be in the description below. You guys can see right here. If you deposit $1,000, you get $200 bonus. If you deposit $5,000, you get a $1,000 bonus. So make sure you guys click on that link in the description below. This is for new users only. And of course, guys, this is only exclusive. It's ending June 14th. So make sure you guys do it right now. Anyways, having a look right here at the total and starting off with the whole crypto bubble. The whole crypto bubble is green, and you might be wondering why the whole crypto market is absolutely pumping right now. And it's not because altcoins are absolutely pumping. It's because Bitcoin, you guys can see right here, Bitcoin, after falling, and this was, of course, the Elon Musk fight, which is, of course, very, very funny. You guys can see beautiful bounce off the support region. And of course, a beautiful bounce off the POC level, which is the point of control. So this is the point of control right here. Obviously, this is given the POC level. It's a very, very important zone. And pretty much this is where the highest amount of volume has been since, I would say, since pretty much the 22nd of April 2025. And pretty much that's what's happening. You guys can see that Bitcoin did break a very important, crucial resistance on a 6-hour time frame. And you guys can see right here, there's not much resistance right here. In my opinion, Bitcoin will most likely test $110,000, if not retest $112,000 to make an all-time high. Hence why you guys can see right here on the right side of my screen that altcoins are pumping. But is this the altcoin season? Is this the altcoin season that everyone is hoping for? And to answer you guys is no. We're going to be having a look at the altcoin season in just a second. But what is firing these whole news up? Why is Bitcoin pumping right now? Which is causing altcoins to pump, right? We got to get to the main source. And the reason why is because US and China set to meet for trade talks in London. This was 3 hours ago. Obviously, this is very, very bullish, guys. Trade talks, tariffs are horrible. People think that everything is bearish. And the reason why we actually saw this massive dump not too long ago on altcoins, not on Bitcoin, was because of tariffs. People don't like tariffs. People think tariffs are bad for the economy. People think that tariffs are bad for the, the crypto market, and pretty much that's about it. People think that, instead of investing, they're going to withdraw their money because, we could see right here the China tariffs are pretty much up to 145%, and that's, that's a shit ton of money. So that's that for pretty much the news that why Bitcoin is pumping. Now, going back into the total, I'm not saying that this is guaranteed, but this could play out. Okay, this could really play out. You guys can see the total right now. We have a left shoulder, a right shoulder, and a head. Okay, now, of course, if news end up being good, this will essentially get canceled. Now, can we see it come back and retest this level right here, which is a support, which is the demand area for altcoins? Maybe. This will only happen on the weekly time frame, of course, if we break below. Now, this is going to take some time, guys. It's going to take some time. I'm not saying this is a correct head and shoulder. I'm not saying that we're going to go high. Now, the bad news, another thing that we have to be careful is that you guys can see right here, the altcoin season is at risk. The thing keeps on making a lower high, which is, of course, not the best news. But overall, guys, we are in an uptrend for altcoins. We're gonna have to see if we could pretty much break this right here. Let me just draw. Let me just take out my pen. If we essentially break $1.24 trillion on the total, and by the way, this is the total not including Bitcoin. You need to keep in mind that, not including Bitcoin. If we break on the total 1.24, you could expect this to essentially go up. Now, why am I not bullish on altcoins just yet? The Bitcoin dominance keeps on pumping, guys. This is the Bitcoin dominance. In order for us to have an altcoin season, I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. 2 things, okay? I know this is 4 things, but 2 things. Interest rate, Bitcoin dominance. Before we have a look at the Bitcoin dominance, let's dive in and have a look at the interest rate. We know historically, every time we have an altcoin season, it's when interest rates are low. So when interest rates are low, people can essentially take loans, people can borrow money, and pretty much more liquidity is pretty much flowing into, the stock market and essentially altcoins, and people can essentially make more risk. But when interest rates are high, people are going to invest in bonds, people are going to invest in Bitcoin, in gold, people are going to invest in things that are less risky. And this is exactly what is happening. Interest rate, guys, are still high at 4.5%. Now, the next federal interest rate decision will be on the 18th. Okay, so in about 10 days from now, or under 10 days, in about 9 days from now, June 18, a federal interest rate decision will take place. We know what happened in the last one. It was 4.5%. The previous was 4.5%. 4.5% happened right here, not only on the 18th, but on July 30th. Now, we know, guys, they're not going to drop it by 2-3%. If they do drop it, it's most likely going to be 0.25 or 25 to 50 basis points, which is not enough to essentially rally the altcoin season. So you guys can see 4.5 to 4.75% is still very high. We need to see it straight to zero. You guys remember the COVID pump? You guys remember from 2020 all the way to 2022 when interest rates started going down in 2019? Now let's go into altcoins real quick when you had that massive rally. Let's give you guys a history check. Okay, so what did I say? 2019 to 2020, right? That's when the interest rate 2022. Let's have a look right here. If we have a look at the total too, this is the total market cap, not including Bitcoin once again. You guys can see right here, okay? This was 2018, entering 2019. You guys can see we had one final dump in December 2019. That's when COVID happened, okay? Interest rate fell all the way to zero, okay? They fell. They kept on falling, by the way. They started falling gradually, right? We were flat right here at 2.5%, and then got boom, 2020, okay? It was actually 2020, not 2019. What happened? We literally went from a market cap of $56 billion all the way to a market cap of 1.6 or $1.7 billion. Until today, we have still not broken that all-time high in altcoins. So this is how crazy this is. Yes, we saw a pump right here to 1.64, but believe it or not, guys, we have not broken that all-time high. I mean, look at this. If I put a trend line and I do a horizontal and I go like that, you guys can see we peaked at 1.72, and here we peaked at 1.66. And of course, guys, 1.66 is nothing considering that, you know, we were at $435 billion. Here, altcoins, or most 90% of altcoins, literally exploded. I'm talking about altcoins not in the top 10. They went 30x, 3,000% in literally matter of a year. So that's what's happening right here. We need to see interest rate go down in order for us to have an altcoin season. Now, going back into Bitcoin, just finishing this technical analysis with Bitcoin real quick. I know I was bearish on Bitcoin, and obviously you guys know I closed my short on Bitcoin. We took a pretty fat L yesterday. Bitcoin did break this level right here on the daily time frame, which is pretty good. This is a clear sign of a clear breakout. But of course, guys, we know why this is rallying. We know why these news are happening, and we know why this is pumping. It's because of the news we saw earlier with China and pretty much the United States holding talks in London. If the talks fail, and if there's other negative things that are happening, we could expect this to pretty much be a fake out and pretty much come down. So at the end of the day, guys, we're going to have to see the outcome of the trade talks. Will Trump finally lower the tariffs down to back to where it was, or is just going to be kept at, you know, very high percentage forever pretty much? So we're going to have to see what happens. If you guys do like these videos, please make sure, please make sure you guys smash the subscribe button, leave a like, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.